Let's go. I'm totally messing around. Can you tell? I'm having fun today. All right, supposedly there's going to be a press briefing by Jen Psaki. All right. Let's share this everywhere. So I'm sorry that I was a little bit late. I will show you guys why I was late, because I've been helping out a little bit with the new crypto room over at thedarkpools.com in helping to set that up, getting some charts set up, helping my fellow crypto traders. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to hit that, but it's okay. I will still post that. I meant to set it. Oh, it's all good. Okay, let's get the chat up and going. Oh, I keep hitting all the wrong buttons today. Patience. I feel like I'm taking a math test like I used to do. I'm just going so fast today. Whoops. There we go. Hold on. Okay, I don't think that person was talking to me. I think he said, hey, Denny. So that is what is going on. And let me put the chat up. Hey, Bad Scientist. Hey, Asif. Hello, everything's monetizable. Yes. I'll show you the crypto space that I'm talking about. So thedarkpools.com. Very cool new room. All the way down crypto tunities right here. So if you guys want to join us, I was putting up my charts to share my charts there. You can try it for $10. And then if you absolutely love it, which, you know, honestly, we do have a great moderator in there, Taz. He is over in England. And so he is passionate about crypto. It's because of Taz that I started learning more, started digging more, started looking at XRP, started looking at ISO 20022, and on Friday I will be doing a presentation all about that. I'm not sure what time yet, but I will let you guys know if you join the room. I will post it in the alert tab over there so you're able to see. All right, let's check out the market. Hello, Salvatore. Hi, Walter. So let's look at it. I'm looking a little washed out with the sunlight. There we go, with my light. Much better. All right. I've got the gold up in the background because I did a segment today for Business First AM all about fool's gold. So I will be posting that up all over my social media. Come when it's ready, from Angela. Really excited about that. I'm going to change my name here. Hold on. 2 seconds. I'm going to change the color. What color should I do it? Blue? Green? Let's do it green. What do you think? Red? I'm having too much fun playing with this system. I'm feeling pink today. The color that my hair used to be, right? You guys remember when my hair used to be bright pink? There we go. We'll put it right there. So, the SPY today, slowly meandering. We're not going much one way or the other, right? We hit this level this was a resistance level in the past. I believe we'd had a big print there. That's why I have it there. And slowly but surely, remember, this is our daily chart. I'm really just going to hide all of the moving averages to make it a little easier for us to just see the price action right here. Why not the entire rainbow? You know what? I don't think I can do the entire rainbow really easily on there. There was a way I could maybe change it, flashing, you know. I'm still learning all this tech stuff with this streaming program. It's fun. Hello, Anton. Oh, thank you, Old Salt Trading. So, let's look back here. This is the bottom, back in March, right? And then we have October. And then we have the test in beginning of March, right here, March 4th, we pulled down. So this is really like the second, we had the second test of the moving average right there. Charbel, you know what, if you actually go over here, you can go to the free trading room right there. You're able to check it out. We have them posted. for free. So you can check it out there. And then I teach twice a week right here in the training pit. So I'm teaching there Mondays and Thursdays. We have 2 webinars a day, all about the dark pools. So you can find the prints, but if you don't really know what to do with them, it's kind of hard, right? So we have this print up here. We have this trend line that has been the trend line from the bottom in March, October, March of last year, correction, right? And then now we're coming up, we're in an ascending wedge, right? We have the orange and orange right here. So we're in an ascending wedge, but it seems like we're not able to really break out up above 396.41, right? And today we're testing a trend line that was set up. This was set up on the 26th, so Friday, post-market, that was a trend line. It was acting as support. Now, is this going to fail as support? And we're going to just sort of drop down to the next level down here. I personally like to use the 425 EMA on my 45-minute chart for support as being a bull or a bear. And I know that there's bigger announcements that will be coming out about this new banking system, right? I've been doing all the research. It's not smoke and mirrors. It's all on the internet already. So check out ISO 20022 and when it's due to be adopted, who's involved, what crypto coins are involved. I'm going to talk more about it on Friday. Like I said, more research to complete to do that presentation. Maybe it'll be about an hour if you want to come check it out. And then we have the Qs, right? So the Qs have really been below this 425. I'm going to show you something else that I saw. All right, let me go over here. SQQQ. So I would not recommend trading SQQQ. But when we look at SQQQ, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight. 200 miles an hour. Oh, no, we're not racing it, Ace, if we don't have the tires for that, for the track, right? So we've had this volume here and a little bit more volume. We're above all of yesterday. You guys can see that, right? We're above all of yesterday. And let's turn this off and turn this off and we'll just turn on the EMA cross on the 24-hour chart, right? So it's like one day it says go long, then short, then we're slowly getting that long potential signal here. Well, when we look at I always say, hey, let's look at the prints, and I'm going to show you guys the prints, right? So this is from yesterday, right? Do not beat on the beautiful car. No. That here we go. You see all these prints? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I got curious, I added them up. 6 million yesterday in the dark pool. Now that will usually lead to a big move on the Qs, right? Whether it's buying or selling, it's going to lead to a big move. So I wouldn't trade SQQ on that information. I would wait and watch what's going on. Well, we're starting to somewhat roll back down in the big picture, right? We have this trend line that was set up from the top here in February of 2020 to top in July of 2020. And it acted as support, hey, support. Maybe we're going to have sort of a wonky move to the downside right here. Maybe we're coming back down to 257. We'll come all the way back down. 338 to 305, that's 30. So maybe 275 area right here for the Qs based on all that crazy information, right? And let's check out IWM. So a lot of times when we see the Qs drop, we see money rotate over into IWM. Sure enough, we're seeing that today. However, we're still rolling down again. So this has topped off right here, and we're slowly, it's almost looking like maybe a bit of a diamond pattern, which tends to be something like a 96% confirmation of a reversal. So it's kind of looking like a diamond to me. All right, and Dow Jones. So Dow Jones is starting to pull back as well, hit a double top, and we had higher volume, a little bit higher here, but more when it bounced in the middle. So we have a bit of what seems like maybe a rectangle that is forming on DIA again. So we had that rectangle down here. Maybe we'll have another one that's forming right here, getting ready for a breakdown. The height of this is 332 to 324. So 8 points. Maybe we're going to see it pull back down to 324.50. So 316.50. That would make about sense. We'll fill it on the downside. Nice, Walter. Congratulations. I'm really loving Algorand coin today. We'll look at crypto as well. And XLF had a little bit of a bounce today, but we're hitting this trend line. This was a trend line from this top and this top. Are we going to close above, or is this going to be a breakdown day further, and we'll break down and test that 33.76? On the end of each quarter, is there a rotation on funds? Could that also have an impact on the indices? You are correct, Sal. So it's end of quarter, end of month, end of fiscal year for banks, whether it be local banks or global central banks. End of the quarter is coming tomorrow. So we could see big movement on the bank sector and bigger movement on silver and gold as well. Yeah, I can add those on. CRISPR, plug. Oh, I got your LAC. I'll add that on too. X, Gamestop, LAC, and Square. All right. So we also have Microsoft. Apple is on my short list, so I won't touch on it today. But Microsoft is definitely hitting this trend line and pulling back. I didn't have this on my list today for a potential trade, but I would have had it up like this, and likely, let's put this here, pre-market price action, probably about 233. So it would have had a nice short to it today. Hi, Jane. We were able to buy XRP on Uphold finally. That was the only site. Oh, you're very welcome, Mariama. I am happy that you found a site. I was just talking to my best friend too, trying to help her do it. She's like, I don't know what I'm looking at. How I got in, but I set up my account, but I don't know what to do. So once you get in and you start it, then it's a little bit easier. Hold on, I just got to chat somewhere on one of the rooms. One for you. All right, got a message that they just acquired, Ripple just acquired Tranglo. Everything's going off. Alerts everywhere. My phone, other computer, chat room. Okay, so this is setting up potentially for a bigger move. Let's look at it on the weekly chart. Now, not that one. Sorry, hit the wrong chart. Go back over here. This one I want to see on the weekly chart. We're in on Uphold. Nice alt trading. We'll look at it, Asif. So on the weekly, right, we've got strong resistance right here about 235, and it looks like support. It looks like support really held around here at around 231, 231.40. If that breaks down and then we test below 230, watch out. If we break below 230, no, I'm not running a trading floor. No. Oh, thanks, Walter. You know what? The more you guys share, the more you guys hit like and subscribe, the more that YouTube will share it, and the more that you tell your friends about it, then more people will come. It's honestly no cost to come and spend your time here. Oh, you know what? Created.com, technical analysis is always going to be relevant. However, sometimes it's, hey, let me just sit on the sidelines until there's confirmation, right? You don't always have to be in a trade. Cash is a position. That is a position that will never lose money, is putting your money in cash. Or you could hedge and go short, but you want to make sure that you understand what's going on with the market. You're reading the market correctly. Okay, Fox A has started descent, also Dish. Fox A has to do with big tech, social media. Dish, not so sure. Hey, you know what? Let's check out Facebook too. Uh-oh, X, GameStop, and what else? LAC. Right? X, Gamestop and LAC. I keep forgetting to hit X, comma. There we go. We'll look at it. We'll look at those. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's check out Facebook too. Do I have Facebook on here? I don't, but we'll just plug it in here. So Facebook seems like maybe we've topped off a little bit here too. Might be looking for this to come all the way back down to 261 and test that over the next couple of weeks. Doesn't mean that it's happening today. It might only come back and test down here at roughly 282. That would be totally fine on the weekly chart. Let's check out the daily. Daily would expect maybe 285. 282 would bring us down here, 280 area. So maybe we'll see that if we go down to 278 and we break down below, then likely testing all the way back down to the 260s, so 26 points down. We have had a nice run to the upside, and it could pull back further. All right, so we've done the indexes. Let's look at the banks. XLF. Did I talk about the banks yet? Also, if you guys like the live stream, please hit the like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee for all my energies and efforts, there is a link to donate to buy a cup of coffee down below. As a mom of two, I can always use coffee. All right, so XLF seems to be topping off right here at 34.40. When we look at it on the weekly chart too, I will put that back over here. That is going to be pretty much the anchor, volume weighted anchor price is at 328. We are now 3 cents above that. If we're not able to hold above that, it feels like me that we will be correcting back down a bit. We'll likely be coming back down to the 30 area, so $4 to the downside potentially, maybe more. There is a lot of news about this ISO 2022, getting rid of the SWIFT system and going all digital, which will take roughly 5 years for the banks to go bye-bye. So this could be the start at this all-time high that we saw that just happened of $35 recently, March 15th. So just be prepared. Watch and keep your eyes open and ears open for the news to come out about this new digital banking system. All right, let's continue with my list. So first on my list today was Bank of America. It had high volume this morning. Looks like it's moving up on lower volume, testing a level up here, up above 39. I like it on the 24-hour chart. Let's put that back up there. And 45-minute on the right over here. So let's see, we had this downward trend. Now we seem to topped off there. Breakout scenario right here. Is this going to be a big top off sale at the top? Let's look and see. Did we have any crazy big prints today? This is not today, that's yesterday. And 39, we're up above it. We've had a lot of little ones. 38.94 would be the lowest. The highest was 39.33 right here. So we are below that. So not anything too big. Fuel cell is also interesting. It reached support. Yeah, we'll check it out. Salvatore. All right. I had lunch today, so you guys can tell I'm totally energized. When I don't have lunch, I'm really tired. My body, and I get hangry. Do you get hangry? Do you get hangry when you don't eat food, or it's the middle of the day and you're hungry? I definitely get hangry. So we had Bank of America on the list to the upside. Also had VIPs. Had a nice retracement today, breaking up above 30.28. No idea why it's not over here on the right side. My systems are doing weird things today. Yeah, I definitely get hangry. Like that Snickers bar. Really satisfies you. I love Snickers too. All right, so TME. Yeah, I am a Leo by far. When I have a heavy meal, I feel fatigued. Yeah, I'm going to get to it, Rocket. Don't worry. I go through my list and then I go through what everybody else calls out. So no worries. I will cover it. All right, TME, nice breakout up above 21 up to 22 today. So a nice dollar move there. Viacom had a nice retracement move as well, but never really broke out one way or the other. So it was not a trade from my list because it didn't break out further. GSX would have been down here. I don't know why it went all the way up there, but I had it down here, so it would have had a nice trade to the upside, 2 points. CS today had a bit of a continuation move to the downside, but not that much. NEO was a bounce back up to the moving averages. Would watch to see if we're able to break above this downward trend line. It's still in that downward motion, remember? So this is a more difficult trade because at any point in time, volume could step in and it could roll down the hill. Yes, and I love chocolate. Check out Chocolat Favori. I'm going to put it right here. Yummy, yummy chocolate store here in Montreal. All right, Tesla. That doesn't look so good right here, right? Workhorse. It's okay. We just haven't gotten there yet. That's all. Just have to be patient, right? So it's on the list. Okay, perfect. So Tesla bouncing back up again. If we can hold up above 619, there's a chance that we could move back up to the upside. However, if not, this could really pull back further. I know that Kathy Woods is a huge Tesla fan, but we might see that this is going to drop down to those 400s before we move back up. So keep that in mind. I'm extra cautious right now, truly, in being heavily invested in the stock market. I am more of a bear at the moment because the charts are showing me bearish signals. You want to take profit on stock, but don't want to miss out on the possible bigger move. Did you call out the stock, Walter, for me to look at? Yes, chocolate is great with antioxidants and a little bit of caffeine, and it's the one thing that they cannot synthesize in the chemical world, because there's 23 different components to it, 23 different aspects. EENF. You always love the little pennies. I'll add it on. Okay, so Apple came down, bounced up, hit this resistance area right here, and bouncing back down. So this looks like it's hitting the moving averages. If this breaks up above, maybe we're going to see that this will move up above when we break above 120, but other than that, we had a nice short on this back down to a support level, I think a dark pool level as well from back here, November 30th, but watch out. It looks a bit like, maybe Apple's heading down into the H formation, right? I don't know, I might call that the chocolate covered almonds are the best. Magnesium, all that good stuff. So BABA also heavily hit like other Chinese stocks as well. This pulled down, had a nice short back down to 226, $2 to the downside, 1%. Remember that if you are not greedy and you're constantly looking for 1%, you will end up growing your money very, very quickly. It's when you start to be greedy with those trades that then, I have a target, I want this, I want that. You know, it can really end up hurting you big time. All right, so CRISPR looks like it's potentially found support at 107 and is bouncing. Now, is this going to continue to the downside? Let's put on the 45-minute chart and see what are we hitting. So we broke up above the 50. That's good news right there. But we are hitting the moving averages over here. I'll turn them back on so you're able to see. I turned them off on the crypto page. I would look for this to break up above 118. Then there's a nice gap to fill up to 122.50. That would be interesting if it could break up above 118 up to 122.50. Looks like the RSI is close to being overbought. Direction has changed to be green. I also wanted to look at, I think it was the SPY, that it's just, no, not the SPY, maybe it was Microsoft, that's just showing that it's going, the directional movement indicator shows that it is just now bearish over bullish right here on the 24-hour chart, which really caught my eye because Microsoft is number one, I want to say, in the SPY, and number two in the SPY, and number one in the Qs. Oh, I have them out of order. But it's number 1 in the Qs. And so when we start to see that number 1, number 2 are pulling back, look at all of the red and the bleeding that we have going on the SPY. And yet it's only down 0.44%. These top 10 are roughly 30%. You continue down, I want to say down to like Comcast right here, that's roughly 50% of the S&P 500. All of these combined are only down 44.44%. Feels like it's being held up to me. It just feels like it's ready to melt back down. And if we can break, like I said, right here, if we can break this trend line, which is roughly 392.50, if we close below 392.50, I would be bearish down. Yes, you like the 1%, Angie? Yeah, it's not a bad goal, right? 1% conservative, consistent, love it, grow that account. All right, I went off of my path. Let's go back here. Plug is up next. Right, we have plug. All right, so plug is moving to the upside, but we're still in the downward trend. Remember this, that we have a divergence between the shorter time frame and the longer time frame. So we want to trade in when they're in the same direction. If this confirms and it breaks up above 35, hey, I would be more of a bull then. But right now it's just in that retracement back to the moving averages. We saw it happen. Let me move this up here. Whoops. We saw it happen right here. Pulls back, bounces up. Pulls back, bounces up. Pulls back, bounces up. Maybe it's going to finally curl up, but the pattern is that it's taking the stairs down right now. And we have really big volume on this day, March 17th, and we're below that. When we take out this volume, this candlestick, 39.40, when we go above it, bull all the way, baby. But until then, we're still below it. I'm going to be more inclined to be a bear. All right. Oh, Fox A, you said, right? Not Fox. Fox A. So Fox A is pulling back over here. We had really big volume this day. And I'm not sure where the big volume came in, if that was at the bottom or if that was at the top of the day. Let's move over here and let's see. Yeah, I'll check out Mara as well. So it looks like we had big volume coming in at 36. So I'd watch to see if we come down and we test 36 again. If we drop below that, more of a bear, but I would use that potentially as a support level going to the upside. But we're below the 425 on the 45 minute, so I'm going to wait until it breaks up above 38.50 personally. All right, Dish. So Dish, we had this box over here. I'm going to delete it now. And we're coming back down. We keep testing the 425, 425, 425 right here at 34.92. Keep that on watch. If we break down, looking for 33. If we break below $35 pretty much on Dish. LAC, is this lithium? Yeah, Lithium of Americas. Bouncing off of the 161, I like this one potentially as a support level. The 161 does tend to act as support many times on a 24-hour chart. Over this is different because this was last March when we broke down and pretty much everything dropped below. But other than that, you can see we tend to get close to it and then bounce up, extend, pull back. So this wouldn't be potentially a bad area in the longer term to enter down here. X as well had big activity today, breaking out. I believe this is a 52-week breakout for it. Yeah, we are breaking out a 52-week high for steel. This is a commodity. So this might actually be reflecting a bit more what we see happen in the commodity world with inflation. We're going to see that potentially this is going to really move to the upside. Let's see, ETH and Mara. Oh, I need to do ETH USD. Right. And so we could see that the metals in reality really scream higher. Gamestop is still in that upward trend. We're about to break out, it looks like, above If you look at it on the 24-hour, actually you're going to be able to see it better on the 45-minute chart. Do you guys see the cup and handle? Right? So if we go from the depth down here of 112 up to right here, the rim, 188, we're looking at $76. So this could be heading up $76 to the upside. That would be 260, we'll say. We're at 190, so 262 as a potential target up here, which would put us, look at that, right at the resistance over here. So I love the mathematical part of trading. It would need to break out above 203.50. That is a strong resistance point that we've had in the past. So keep that on watch. I'm not sure why it's not over here on the right. It looks like a ladle. It looks like a little, hold on. It looks like an anteater. Do you guys see it? Here's the eye, right? This is the nose. We'll call this the anteater. Or a mole. It looks like a mole. That's what I see. With the little waves. So when the mole pokes its head out, then it can really go to the upside. All it needs is to bite something to bite it in the butt, and boop, it jumps in the air, right? Same thing. This could happen as well. Could shoot up to 262. Just needs a little bit of momentum with GameStop. Wednesdays tend to be GameStop's day. So remember that. Keep it on watch for Wednesdays because they tend to be the day that ends up being the biggest moves for, oh yes, I don't have the music on. Sorry, Salvatore. I forgot. I got lost track of time with being in the crypto room, and you know what it's like. As they say, it's crypto crack, right? All right, let's look at fuel cell. So fuel cell, we have it coming down, bouncing. I'd be more inclined for it to come back down here and test it again. Wait for it. It did pull down to 1152, but the whole market is red right now, right? Except for IWM. And this either break above 1350 or break down below 1150. All right, workhorse up just 12 cents today, but it looks like it's breaking down more to me. Personally, we're still fighting all of these moving averages on the downward motion. And you can see that H, here we go. It's the here we go pattern on workhorse, right? Here we go, back down the hill. Here we go. All right, let's look at EENF. So you are in at 0.035, nice. So 45 minutes. Let's do 15 minutes. Let's turn on the cross over. So, hey, I like this personally, Walter, as long as it stays above 0.043312 right now. Otherwise, it's still showing that it's moving to the upside, but you have higher volume right here. So actually, if it took out this chart right here, at this candle, 0.0442, that would be personally, I'm done. I don't need to sit here all day. I've made nice profit from 0.3035, and that would be my thinking on it. Yeah. Okay, let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, I was using this for a friend of mine training last night. All right. So Ethereum, we have a bit of, let's see if it's going to draw it on my charts over there as I do this. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. Right here, we have a bit of a wedge. And I would be looking for it to either break out up above here or break down. So right now it's still in that upward motion, still could pull back down to $50. So the risk to me would be $50 to the downside right now, and then the potential target would be roughly 60 to the upside. I think I would wait on this personal entry because it's too much one-to-one. It actually has more potential room to come back down here at 1622 than breaking out. So then I would wait for up here to see. It might do one of these. Hey, it's definitely coiling, and maybe it's going to do this and then go to the upside. So I would wait for the confirmation of the breakout because it's not there just yet, or I would know that I really need to manage my risk well. All right, let's look at Mara as well. So Mara is trading similar. We still have this ascending triangle that's setting up. So right now had a good move. There is a resistance point right here at 43.25. Looks like we had volume come into it right over here on this candlestick. And the first time that it tested 43.25. Let's check up here, see if we had any prints along with that. 42.40, so nothing up in the 43 range. So it looks like we are above all of the bigger prints today, but volume is dropping and it's slowing down. I would personally be getting out because it broke down below the low right here. I'm going to turn these on, 2 seconds. I'll turn this back on and then we have it. There we go. 42.55. So if this 15-minute closes below that 42.55, sayonara, I'm out for now because it could potentially pull all the way back down to 39.30. So it would be just a wipeout of the day if it pulled all the way back. Let's also check out the cryptos. So I've got my green list over here. Algo, this is one that I've been in since over here down at 112. Like this one longer term. This is my longer term crypto portfolio if you are ever curious. In Algo, XRP, XLM, XDC, right? So XRP, you guys have heard me talk a lot about this. We did test this whale level. I was really excited to see up above these whale levels this morning, and now we have pulled back down again, but still bounced off of the 200 simple moving average on that 15-minute chart. A lot of volume came in right there, and we're hanging around right here. So potentially, also this was relisted at one crypto exchange that I know of, likely going to be the catalyst for more. XLM is another one. XLM just signed with Visa to be part of their payment system. So Stellar is going to be part of the Visa payment system, also part of that ISO 20022 banking system. And XDC as well is definitely on the move in this nice upward channel and potentially looking for a breakout above 0.04. This is one for you, Walter. This is about in your price range. Support level over here at 0.029. If it were to break that, that would be my exit. But right now, this is nicely riding this channel to the upside with a potential for about a 60% gain, right? If we go in here, 69% gain from where we are now to that top upper edge. Last time, let's see, the first time it happened in 1, 2, 3 days to gain 60%. This time it happened in 6 days, and that was from the middle. And we were able to see a growth of 84%, obviously because the price was lower then. Yeah, that's one for you, Walter. All right, let's go to the other cryptos as well. We will, but you know what? We have to put the protective coating on the paint because we can't go on the highway with that yet, because if it gets a stone chip, we're really not going to be happy with that. So we really need to be patient on that. Okay, so Bitcoin as well. Let's check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin almost looks like maybe we're in a head and shoulders, right? But the volume was down here, not so much at the top. We had a little bit of volume over here. Then we had a top. If we're not able to really close up above 58, actually, if we're not able to close above 57, whatever this is, 57,650, then we might see Bitcoin coming back down and testing, especially if we have this trend right here broken. So we did break out from right here, move this up here. Now we have higher volume here. If we break out and we are able to hold up above, great. Otherwise, we might be coming back down to test 52,670. And if that breaks down, keep on watch. Maybe we'll come back down to 43,000 or potentially further down below. Also, let's see what else. IOTA is another one on watch. This one looks like it's getting primed for a breakout up above 160. Cardano is in that upward trend right now. I can get rid of these. I don't know why I have these on here. And this I can put down here and here. So we have a bit of an ascending coil creation happening at the moment right here as well. So keeping that on watch. Does look like we have a resistance level possibly at 120, definitely 130 area, 130 breakout. We could see this grow to the upside with a depth of 92 cents added to 130. 225 target would be my target for that. Dogecoin as well. I was in Doge, and then I sold it for Algo because it just wasn't really moving or doing anything. And then I saw a big growth on Algo of 20% already. Very happy with that. XRP and Litecoin. Let's check out Litecoin. So Litecoin seeing a bit of a descending wedge, right? I'll pull this back down here. Or just a wedge in general, not really descending, but it does look like it's slowly losing some momentum with Litecoin right there. So I'd keep that on watch. All right, let's look at CLNE, SENW, and PACB, and then that's going to be it because I am tired right now. So let me go back to my Jane list, add those over here. All right, CLNE. And thank you for joining me today. It's always fun. I'm happy to have you guys participate, ask questions. The more questions, I think, helps everyone. What do you think? Do you like when other people ask questions? Does it help you? All right, so right here, clean energy started to come down, bounced, had a little test up above, pulled back down. I would watch to see if we hit the 1178. Oh, thank you, Walter. You learned so much. Awesome, Catherine. Love that. So I would watch this to test the $12 level. Feels like it could pull back down a bit further. Volume is dropping, likely a reversal pattern right here. And SUNW, Sunworks, right? So Sunworks, similar, hitting that 200 on the 15-minute chart and pulling back. Let's see on the 45-minute chart. A ways away from that 425, still feeling bearish. This had earnings, not so pretty, 15 cents lower. A little bit of a bounce, but would watch this. The third day after earnings tends to be really telling. Second day, we could see that it's going to potentially have a bigger sell-off if it was a red day on earnings. This has had a bit more, maybe they already priced in the loss. Somebody knew something and priced in the loss. Or I watch it to break up above 1310. A software reporter tool. I don't know what that is. I didn't do that. Interesting. Got to check that out. All right, and PACB, and then I'll check Tiger for you, Mariana. Okay, so PACB, this is looking like a head and shoulders. You see it? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Neckline, 2560. If we break down from 2560, 53 to 2560, we're going to be heading back down to the lower levels, back down probably to $3-4 in my opinion, maybe back all the way down here to 14. So I need to readjust this because that is no longer valid. This looks more like a trend line. So yes, this could come here, maybe test down to roughly $15. TIGR, it's hitting that 161 big volume. This candlestick, the earnings day is one to watch. That was also quad witching, so keep that in mind. It does seem to be topping out. Potential to get in my opinion, if it could hold that 1346. So I would use that $1 as my stop area. 1346 would be my stop for watching to see if it breaks out, but it's still showing that it's in a downward trend right now with the directional movement indicator here. So I would have a tight stop and watch it. The most difficult time of a trade is when you first get in. If it doesn't go your way, then you need to cut it loose and put your capital elsewhere, in my opinion. All right, VTSI. Today you messed up in VTSI, but I was able to recover half of the loss. It was very choppy. Yeah, it looks like this might be ready to squeeze some more. How many shares are in the 7.3? Yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to have a gap fill up here to $10. So nice 80-cent move. Let's watch it on a 1-minute chart over here. So let's put some trend lines. See, it's hitting that trend line right there. So if it breaks out up above, then a potential for it to scream higher with that low float to it. It looks like it likes to respect that. You guys hear the engine? Did you hear the engine start? Did you miss ARRR and SQQ? Did I miss it? ARR, let's put this over to 24 hours. Looks like a big distribution pattern to me. Everything's monetizable. Up here at the top, right? We see this. It's really just trading sideways. So I'd watch it if it can break up above 12.30, then add 50 cents on as a target. Otherwise, it could break down further and then drop back down 50 cents. SQ, somewhat rolling down the hill as well. I like SQ as the digital form of payment to make it easier. I don't know if they're just adopting Ethereum and Bitcoin. I feel like a lot more. If you look at Visa has adopted XLM, Stellar, and American Express has adopted Ripple. So I feel like more of the mainstream needs to go that way because that's likely where the banking system is going. So I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being here and motivating me to share and do more research to help everybody, and have an amazing day. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me at jane@cjanetrade.com. If you like the content that I share and you'd like to donate a coffee, there is a link to buy me a coffee down below. And thank you. And as always, Carpe Profit sees those profits one trade at a time.